Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Data Playground. My name is Navneet Kumar and today we are going to discuss how to learn data science by yourself and absolutely free. Okay, to start learning the data science, the first thing which you need to do is to ask yourself why I need to learn the data science. There could be many reasons for that. Maybe you are not satisfied with your current job, or you just want to go with the flow, or you would have heard of the theories of sink or swim, or you want to make more money, or you want to develop your product and then you want to develop your brand. The reason can be anything. You just need to get motivated by one of these reasons, and once you get motivation, then you are ready to start your learning process. Yeah, one major challenge which I faced when I was learning data science, or when I am learning data science, is uh, there is no clear guidance on the sequential manner of the topics, like from where to start and then how to go along with that. Yes, there are paid courses which will give you a clear guidance, but online, if you try to find out, there are very few resources. So this video is dedicated for that. It will guide you to start your data science journey and how to go along with the learning process and then complete your. The first point I already discussed with you people, like you need to get motivation for learning the data science, and yeah, the second thing, you need to have the knowledge of the Python. Basic Python is only the basic knowledge of the Python is okay, guys. Means you need to know the basic structures or basic syntaxes of the Python definitions, Python classes, and little bit of data structures, list, tuples, dictionaries. The second point is the statistics and the mathematics. Here also, you don't get scared by these words, statistics and mathematics. Most of these statistics topics or the mathematics topics you would have already studied in your standard 11th, standard 12th, or maybe standard 10th also. You just need to revise those topics. Statistics include different types of statistics, hypothesis testing, p-value, probability distribution, normal distribution, these kind of topics. And in mathematics, you can revise the topics like linear algebra, the topics like probability, and differential calculus. These all should be fine guys. Next point is the exploratory data analysis. So what basically this thing is, I will try to explain you with a very basic example. Or when a player goes to do the batting, what does he do? Does he start the batting does he start striking the ball from the first ball? No, right? First he has to analyze the situation. First he has to analyze the ballers, the situation, and the current game situation. Then he has to adapt his game according to that, and then he needs to strike the ball. The same thing applies here also. Whenever we have to solve any machine learning problem, then first we need to analyze the data. Like, what is the first intuition we are getting from the data? How is the data? And what we can make out from this data by ourselves before putting it into the complex algorithms. So this exploring of the data part is called the exploratory data analysis. And in the exploratory data analysis, we kind of basically prepare the data like a batsman prepare himself to put it into the different algorithms, so that the algorithms can take it straight away, and then it can give the results, or the batsman can hit the sixes. Yeah, this is the basic definition of the exploratory data analysis. Yeah, the next thing what you need to learn are the machine learning algorithms, basic machine learning algorithms. Now, when I say machine learning, there are three divisions in the machine learning: the supervised machine learning, unsupervised, and then reinforcement learning. I'll just give an overview of what these three categories are. Supervised machine learning means you have the data set with the labels. Means you know that the each data is what data. You have a label corresponding to that. Okay, so to give you a more simpler example, suppose a kid is there. You are showing a pic. Suppose an elephant pic. You are showing it to the kid. With that pic, you are telling him that this is an elephant. So this pic is the data, and the thing which you are saying to him that this is the elephant, this is the label, that is telling that kid that this picture is an elephant's pic. And we are supervising him, or we are telling him to learn that this is the elephant's pic. This is called the supervised machine learning algorithms. Now, coming to the unsupervised machine learning algorithms, in this we don't have any labels for the data. What we do here, we form a cluster of similar things together, and then whenever a new data comes, we try to fit in that new data in those formed clusters. So I'm giving you the same example. Like we have given that kid a lot of pictures. That pictures consists of three categories like elephant, lion, and dog. You have scattered all the pic, and then you are making that kid learn to group the elephants together, and to group the lions together, and to group the dogs together. So after some time, the kid will learn that this is the elephants group, this is the lions group, and this is the dogs group. Whenever you give him a new picture, he should be able to correctly put that picture in the different group. This is called unsupervised learning. Now the third part is the reinforcement learning. In simple word, reinforcement learning, I can say that the algorithm learns from the mistakes that we make. To give you an example, in the childhood, everyone would have played Super Mario game, right? So when you play that game, you get killed multiple times. But every time you realize that this is the mistake I am doing, I should not repeat that. And then next time we don't repeat that mistake, and then we can go ahead. And eventually we reach our destination. So this is called the reinforcement learning. Like we are learning from our mistakes, and then we are building a model to predict something or to do the work. So the next topic in this journey is the advanced machine learning algorithms. Basically, in advanced machine learning, we talk of the ensemble models. When we talk ensemble models, means we group together different machine learning algorithms, and we get a best result out of the model. So in a nutshell, we combine different machine learning algorithms to get a better result. In a very layman manner, I can say that this is called the ensemble techniques. The next topic is the time series techniques. So suppose you have a data set in which the time is very important. You can take the examples of a particular stock, how it is performing over the years. So we can do analysis on that stock over the past few years, and we can build a model to predict how that stock will perform at the current time. So whenever we have some data in which the time is very significant, we solve those kind of problems with the time series. Yeah guys, so next in the learning curve is the deep learning algorithms. Deep learning algorithms are a part of the machine learning algorithms, but here what we do, we try to make a model which is similar to our human brain. uh, in our brain we have different neurons through which the information passes and then we make any decisions. So in the deep learning we have something called as neural networks. In those neural networks we have different layers of neurons, and then the information passes through these neurons, and then finally this model takes a decision on the problem statement. Yeah, next in the list is the computer vision. I can say that computer vision is an application of the deep learning, and by the name, you can say that we are enabling our computer, or we are enabling our system to visualize the things around us, like through the camera or through video. We try to identify the objects in the videos or what is happening in the video. So that is why it is called as the computer vision. Emphasize on the word vision, why it is called. Yeah. So next in the topic is the natural language processing. In a very simple manner, in natural language processing, we make the computer, or we make our system understand the language, any language which a human being uses for its communication. It is as simple as that. Uh, yeah, and the last topic is the data visualization. I can keep the data visualization in between here also somewhere, but as it is not that much important, or it is not important for the other modules to learn, we can have this learning at the last also. This data visualization, whatever the inferences we are taking out from the data, we need to show it to someone, we need to present it to someone. The different techniques which we use to present our inferences from any problem is called the data visualization. Yes, so that's all from my side in this video, guys. This was just to tell you the learning path if you want to learn the data science by yourself and for free. These are different topics you can think of in the sequence, and believe me guys, you don't need to pay any money for that. All the contents are available online. You just need to put your efforts, and then you shall be able to go through. I'll be coming with more informative videos. Stay tuned to this YouTube channel. Bye bye.